Hi everyone. Hello.
Did you get the audio levels right today before we started?
What was so bad about the audio levels previously? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Did you
I'm
not
just making
do not
sure.
disturb? I heard a Discord
I
ping.
I didn't do not disturb. You are
I,
right.
I
That is a
thought
Discord thing.
I thought you did the soundboard.
We're not in your server, and I don't have Nitro.
Yeah, I forget. I forgot about that. um, but hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I sound a bit down today. That's probably because my nose is incredibly congested because of spring. So that's fun. I just love spring. It's just such the best season. I love it so much. Oh god, I hate it.
Yeah, the
Uh,
seasons are changing here as well. The sun's coming up slightly later.
you're going into fall then, right?
Yeah,
Fall's my favorite
autumn.
season. Autumn. Fall's my favorite season because my birthday's in the fall, or at least my fall. Not you're in to you. It's in the spring.
Right.
Yeah. Um, that's always wild to me. The different seasons in the hemisphere. That's crazy. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's just wild to me because it's just like, yeah, Christmas in the summer. You got surfing Santa Claus. You got like springtime Halloween. That's crazy. It's just wild because it's just like you're the first friend I've had or first person I've known in general, um, from the southern hemisphere. So it's just funny. It's just weird.
Oh, you, from the southern hemisphere. Just the last person left.
I feel like the safest place to be as the world gets scarier is probably the southern hemisphere. Because who the fuck is gonna send a nuke to like the southern hemisphere? Nothing. No, there's no world power south of the hemisphere. The
The
closest
biggest one's probably
Australia or Brazil, but Brazil's also half
Australia.
above it. Actually, Brazil's mostly below it. It's Brazil and Australia, but I don't think anyone's nuking Brazil or Australia because like all the people who are nuke targets are in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
It's
like,
kind of why, like,
damn.
I do feel pretty safe. Would people do that fear mongering about World War III? I do feel like, how bad is it really gonna get down here?
Not at all. Like the worst you're gonna get is like lack of food imports. You can probably have some starvation because like all the bread baskets of the world have been nuked to oblivion. But like also there's not that many people you have to feed in the southern hemisphere compared to the northern one.
The fuck
Ev-
do you mean?
I mean like India and China are north of the hemisphere. That's like already like
Yeah,
fourth of the population of the world. America's
yeah,
north of
but
the
it's not like
hemisphere.
South Africa is like low in
No, it's not.
population.
No, but like you don't have to feed 3 trillion people. You only have
No,
to feed
just
like
63 million.
yeah, 63 million's a lot, but like you could do that with what's left.
63.21
You
million.
could do that with what's left. Because like most of the food in the world is going to the northern hemisphere because most people in the world live in the northern hemisphere. But also most of the food in the world is being produced in the northern hemisphere. So all that getting wiped out, you'd be left with whatever's left in like the southern hemisphere. So you'd be left like where's the big food industry in the southern hemisphere? It's like Argentinian beef and like I don't
South
know, like
Africa has
just like
pretty good food industry.
I guess South Africa would become the breadbasket of the new world.
I mean, we have tons of farms. I know we have, at least around me, tons of grape farms.
Grapes. I love grapes.
To be fair, it's all being made into wine, so
Yeah, but you can turn it into yummy jam. Actually, I don't even like jam, but other people like jam.
I like jam. I like
Good for
strawberry
you.
jam though.
Uh, well, I like not blueberries. I like grapes. I don't know why I said blueberries. Because blueberries aren't actually blue; they're purple, like grapes.
Yeah.
Blueberries are a
Blue
fucking
blue
lie.
is a blue is an odd color in nature.
It only exists in the sky and water. No.
Ah. We're just talking shit now, and we should be talking about did you bring the right pen?
Uh, it's an auto pen.
Oh no.
We're gonna die now. uh,
Democracy falls with an auto pen.
Democracy falls because of something that has been in place for the last like 20 years.
Yeah, it has been about 20 years. But in short, our good orange friend Trump,
The annoying orange.
the annoying orange himself,
Apple.
has
Apple.
decided that all of the people that Biden pardoned preemptively.
The Jan 6 Commission people, because before Biden left office, there was the January 6th Commission, which was made to investigate Donald Trump and the Jan 6 protesters. And when Biden was about to leave office, he preemptively pardoned every member of it, just in case like Trump wanted to convict him of a crime. Um, but now Trump wants to overwrite that. So you can continue. I just wanted to note what it
No, but
was.
that is it. Like
Oh,
the Jan 6 Commission pardoned preemptively by Biden.
yes.
And now Trump has gone, well, I've pardoned all the people that were guilty on Jan 6 of like beating and murdering cops. And
Yeah.
since I pardoned them, I've decided to unpardon the commission because I am Lord Emperor Trump.
Yeah, and his justification for the action is that he claims that Biden didn't authorize it because the documents were signed by AutoPen. Now, AutoPen is something that I didn't even know of until like a couple days ago because it's so irrelevant. But
It's
AutoPen is an item that signs your signature without you there because you're not able to be there, but you still gave the order. So the president can be like in Jamaica or some shit, and then he could be like,
doing like a
"Hey,
press conference.
yeah, for like a hurricane victims." I was thinking more of just like on vacation. But he could see like, "Hey, sign this document. I'm not there, but you can use the auto pen," and then they auto pen the signature, and it's signed. And this has apparently been in place since like the early 2000s, so it's not new. It's a thing. It's been used under Obama. It's been used under Biden. I'm sure Trump used it too.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe it's very possible that he did it while golfing and shit over some minor fucking stuff. Yeah, there's an auto pen.
This is an auto pen. So here's my reasoning for why I don't think Trump used it. I think his greatest joy in life is giving his autograph
Oh, this is
and then
true.
things happen.
That's
I'm
true.
signing an executive order that all the bathrooms in the White House be specifically gendered to only male or female. And then they hand him a big piece of paper and he signs his name on it and he hands it back. And everybody smiles and claps like fucking dolphins. And then on to the next one. I don't think this motherfucker uses an auto pen, but mostly out of the fact of I think he just the things he's signing aren't procedural. The things he's signing aren't like
Well, in his first term, I'm sure he had plenty of stuff that was just like Republican parties, like here, put this like fucking small spending thing. And he's like, I don't care. I'm playing golf. Go do the auto pen.
I mean I can see it in his first term, but like in this period now,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's not doing it
during
now.
his I don't see him doing it right now, if not for the fact that he now will not do it,
Yeah,
if you know
because
what I
he
mean.
he loves to do. He loves to sign things. Yeah, I was mostly talking about his first term, and I said that
But
because it's just
also
convenient.
the idea might be that he might do it anyway, right?
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
Because things don't apply to him.
Yeah, He can
Because the onus of
ugh.
this, really, right? The onus of this isn't really the auto pen itself. What they're alluding to is much bigger than just the use of the auto pen, considering like other presidents have used it, and as you say, it's very likely Trump used it. If not now, then before he has used this device. They are claiming that what's the old man again? Biden.
It's the old man.
They're claiming that Biden didn't have any knowledge of them using the auto pen to sign his signature on these things, that he was not cognitively aware. They are falling right back on exactly where they were before with he was not aware. So he is simultaneously, according to MAGA and Trump, he is so Machiavellian as to destroy the economy, but only after he's out of office, but he's also not able to remember his own name.
It's the classic fascism bit. Your enemy is both strong and weak. It's the classic, like, the Jews rule the world, they control everything, but also they're barely able to they are barely able to stand up to the uh Aryan pride and spirit. They can't match it. And it's like it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Fascists
Yeah, I
love both
mean,
stepping on the boots of someone's neck, stepping the boots on someone's neck, and then also playing the victim as, like,
is
they fight a
as I
crusade
said,
on their
I
own.
I've been having like conversations with people with differing views, and one of them, I think you'll know who, but we won't dox, but
On Junior.
they they were not aware of, like, I asked them the simple question, right? Whenever discussing, like, it got deep into the weeds, you'll see, you know, the state of love the Jewish community was getting prior to 1930s.
Wait, what do you mean?
So
Say it again?
I asked them the simple question of where were the Jewish people the safest in the world prior to the 1930s?
All right. Interesting question. Actually, a good question.
Well, it is actually a good question because it leads into so many other things. And
Hmm.
the point I was trying to make to them was, as you see, they were defending some of the rhetoric used in Europe during the 1930s.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that would have been like an Israel argument or something with, like, the safety of
Yeah, but you
Jews.
see, Israel didn't exist
Yeah, so I'm saying,
prior.
like,
So
yeah,
prior to that, where were the Jews most safe in the world?
Poland.
Because they were no, they were unwanted in Europe. Even in Poland, they were
Well,
looked
no,
down on.
Poland was historically a safe haven for Jewish people. Like,
Like,
the most significant minority in Poland was the Jews.
safer than perhaps the rest of Europe, but still there was European sentiment.
I mean,
You
fair.
know what the honest answer is for where the Jews were the safest prior to the 1930s?
Manhattan.
The Middle East.
Oh, true.
Before the
True.
formation of Israel, Jews and Islamic people, were living side by side. And yes, given more Islamic leaning places, but they lived in harmony.
In the Levant. In Palestine, modern day Israel. Yeah, there's the I mean, a lot of them still live there even after Israel, and a lot of them lived in fucking Gaza. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it the so this is a side note, but the idea that Israel and Palestine's conflict is a religious conflict is the greatest misdirection, I think,
yeah,
of like international
yeah.
politics ever. It's not
Because
about religion.
because the Islamic folk and the Jewish folk got along just fine until the Christian folk came in and made them fight.
Yeah, yeah. There was the entire conflict was started because of land dispute and colonization. Like, that's it. It's not about religion. It's not about claims to the Holy Land. Like, yeah, some early Zionist figures really, really did actually care about it being the Holy Land. That's why they chose it. But they people were already living there and coexisting. It's not that Arabs are Jew-hating fucking anti-Semites, and it's
They
not that all
are.
Jews are
There's
Arab-hating Islamists.
the
It's just
half the Jews
colonism,
are
colonialism.
Arabs.
Yes, yes, a lot of Jews are Arabs. Like Sephardic Jews hail from the Middle East. I'm pretty sure, right? That's Sephardic Jews, like the Persian Jews. They hail from the Middle East.
Well, as we know, like Persia only existed to the Western world.
Iran, Iranian Jews.
Iranian.
Iranian. We go to Iran and Iraq.
Iran.
Iraq is in possession
Anyway,
of nuclear weapons, weapons of mass destruction.
like it just shows you that I even forgot what point I was coming off of there, but more along the fact of like you were mentioning about the fascist rhetoric, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing, is that the truth doesn't matter in fascist rhetoric. The actual
Uh,
many blessings.
thank you. Many blessings.
The truth doesn't actually matter in fascist rhetoric. Like it's almost antithetical
I
to
kind of
tell
want
the
to.
truth.
I want to bring up something because I got that quote thing from a book.
Okay.
It's called Ur-Fascism by Umberto Eco. It's an
Uh-huh.
old 1995 political essay. Umberto Eco is an Italian uh, philosopher, politician, man. Um, like
Fucking Italians.
so there he has the points of fascism, right? The 14 points. He says that
Mm.
these are the 14 properties that are a part of every like fascist movement or government. And I like looking at these because he hit it on the nail so hard. First of all, he's kind of got like Italian man drip. You know, this is the
I don't know.
class.
I don't.
This is
You're
Italian
not
man drip.
sharing, so I'm
Oh,
not
I'm not
seeing
sharing.
what you're
Oh shit,
seeing.
I'm not sharing my screen. Ah, fucked up. I fucked up today. I made a mistake.
God damn it!
I knew I was
There we
making a
go.
mistake. Okay. So, Uber fascism. Where the fuck did it go? Uber fascism. There we go. We fixed it.
There we go.
First of all, he has Italian man drip. I feel he has like the nice appearance of an Italian man. You know,
That's not what Italians look like. Where's the shirt that's two sizes too small?
that's Italian American.
And where's the chain that you know
This
is dipped in gold?
this is the Italian American from Brooklyn. All right, you gotta lay off him, man. This guy's probably from fucking. Where's he from? Where's he from? He's from Alessandria. He's from Piedmont. He was born when it was like Kingdom of Italy. He was born in Piedmont though, so he's like North Italian guy. Drinks his coffee black. Um, the cult of tradition, characterized by
Right.
cultural syncretism,
Some criticism.
syncretism, even at the risk of internal contradiction. When all truth has already been revealed by tradition, no learning can occur. Only in further interpretation and refinement. Like you know, the cult of tradition, very pretty like obvious to point out.
Yeah.
The reject of modernism. This is a big one right now.
Yep.
This is
Yep.
a huge one right now. Rationalistic
Trad
development of
wives and
Western
the
culture
alt-right
since the Enlightenment.
pipeline.
Well, this one's specifically trying to distinguish, like, tear down Enlightenment views
Mm.
as a descent into depravity. Eco distinguishes this from a rejection of superficial technology advancement, as many fascist regimes cite their industrial potency as proof of the vitality of the system. So he's talking here mostly about modernism in the like philosophical sense. Like, we don't need democracy, we
Yes.
don't need representation, we don't need that. We need a strong leader. That's mostly what he's talking about here. We don't need equality. We don't need that. You know, the cult of action for action's sake. which dictates that action is a value in and of itself and should be taken without intellectual reflection. This, Eco says, is connected with anti-intellectualism or irrationalism and other manifests in attack on modern-day science and culture. So this is basically
You mean
people.
kind of like opening a tap that floods a bunch of farmlands,
Yes,
that
exactly.
doesn't put out fires
Exactly.
20
Action for
miles
the sake of
away?
action.
Action
Exactly.
for the sake of action. Okay.
Disagreement is treason. This is obvious, and we already see this with like the Tesla protests and boycotting Tesla. Disagreement is treason. I don't even have to read this one. It's very
Not
obvious.
not only that, but this started before the Tesla protests. The disagreement is treason is like NBC should be taken off
Oh,
the air for
absolutely, absolutely.
like this is like
I'm talking about stuff that's
this was day
specifically
one.
in
This was
this.
pre-day one.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should be focusing more on like in general rather than just stuff only in this administration because it's probably more useful to point out the fact that this has been happening for fucking ever for Trump. Fear of difference. Oh, this one's super easy. Fascism seeks to exploit and exacerbate often forms of racism and appeal against foreigners and immigrants.
Yes.
Wow, this one's so
Wow. I
crazy. Who
mean,
would have
we
thought?
won't even need to point out the modern day allegory for that. That's just kind of
It's
what's
just exactly
happening
what's
with the
happening.
like you mentioned you wanted to bring up the deportations and stuff. It's like
Yeah, the mass deportations.
it's just par for the course at this
Yeah.
point.
Appeal to a frustrated middle class, fearing economic pressure and the demands from aspirations of lower social groups. So this one's interesting because there's always a difference to me when someone says middle class versus working class. Because middle class is playing into whenever someone tries to appeal to the middle class, they're trying to appeal within the systems of capitalism. They're trying to work their rhetoric to specifically non-poor people, but still working people. So it's trying, yes.
Yes.
So it's
What
it's
what
it's a very
what
fascist
we've
critique, a very
you
fascist
see when this was put together,
focus.
right?
Yes.
There wasn't as much separation between the upper middle class and the lower middle class.
Yeah.
Whereas today we live in a world where your lower middle class, your worker,
Yeah.
right? People who will be in unions and stuff like that,
Hmm.
those are the poor.
Yes.
And your upper middle class is like your managers.
Yeah. Upper
They're
middle
not
class. Upper middle
CEOs.
class is people who have like pretty nice houses in suburban towns, and they work at like a small business, maybe that type of
You
thing.
know, they own more than one car.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
replace their cars with new cars every few years. Like,
Yeah. That's upper middle class. And
you
this is
know,
that's specifically the type of people that the Republicans love to get on their side because those are like the most they because like rich people will obviously support them because they want lower taxes and all that. Um, so when you get the middle class people on the side, that's a lot of people. So that's like a really solid voting base. But yeah, the appeal to a frustrated middle class, lower
yeah,
taxes. The economy's failing. We need to fix it because Biden inflation is out of control. Obsession with a plot,
oh
uh,
God,
and hyping up
there's just too many
an
examples.
enemy threat. This often combines the appeal to xenophobia with the fear of disloyalty and sabotage from marginalized groups living in society. Echo also cites Pat Robertson's book, The New World Order, as a prominent example of a plot obsession. Yes, Pat Robinson is completely fucking insane. He's one of those televangelist nut jobs, and he
Oh
has
no,
The New World Order, which is um one of those books that's like it's like it's like a fucking conspiracy theorist
all the
Bible.
all the people who are obsessed with the New World Order, my theory is people who get obsessed with that concept just want to build their own New World Order.
Exactly. Yeah, they just want they're
And
just
like you said this person's a televangelist.
yeah.
That's exactly the kind of person
Yeah,
who
Pat
wants
Robertson.
their world
He's one of
order.
the infamous ones. He died last 2 years ago. He's one of the very infamous ones.
Not soon enough.
His controversies list here.
And he's got a whole page for his controversies. If you see
Yeah,
under the
was
heading.
yeah yeah. Uh, yes. Less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Katrina, Robertson implied on the broadcast at Lunch Club that God's punishment in response to American abortion. He suggested that 9/11 and the disaster in New Orleans could be connected in some way.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
He's a fucking psycho, like conspiracy theorist. Um,
Fascist
oh,
societies
he's here. This
rhetorically
is the one I was
cast
talking
their
about.
enemies at the same time too weak and too strong. Yeah.
Yeah, on the one hand, fascists play up the power of a certain disfavored elites to encourage at the same their followers in the sense of grievance and humiliation. On the other hand, fascist leaders point to the decadence of those elites as proof of their leader ultimate feebleness in the face of overwhelming popular will. Exactly, especially the overwhelming popular will. Oh my God, Trump keeps talking about that all the fucking time. Pacifist. This one's the one that doesn't really get focused on in Trump's administration because he's trying to be the peace president, but pacifism is trafficking with the enemy because life is permanent warfare. This is one we're not seeing so much because right now war is incredibly unpopular. Um, so like Trump is trying
Yes,
to, but however, here's the thing. Yes, he's still siding
he's
with like Israel and stuff, and like, I think that's a good point
but
for him.
America has this way about war,
Yeah,
right? Right now, he's the quote unquote president of peace, as he says he wants to be. But at the same time, he just started a war with South American drug cartels.
this is true. This is true.
I mean, this is unironically what he did. So
This, yeah,
yes, he will talk peace talks about the Middle East. He will talk peace talks about the Russia-Ukraine thing. But the one thing he did was he put those, Trinidad, all of them as, what was it? Terrorist
terrorists. Yeah,
organizations.
yeah.
And we all know that the American war on terror never ends.
Exactly.
So
So this
this
is kind of that.
stands
Yeah.
because, I mean, we know fascism is self-contradictory.
Yes.
He is the, like, remember people like Hitler and Mussolini, their fight was the fight to bring about peace.
To them, yeah, it was their
To
idea of
them,
we need to bring about a
like
peace for our people.
Hitler's idea was, once I have everything under my control, it will be peaceful. Under my control. That's the idea of fascism.
Right. Right, right, right. So yeah, this definitely fits for that then, yeah. Next one is one that
Exactly.
isn't exactly said out loud, but it's definitely an underlying thing to say. Contempt for the weak, which is uncomfortably married to chauvinistic popular elitism, in which every member of society is superior by outsiders by virtue of belonging to the in-group. Echo sees in these attitudes the root of the deep tension in the fundamentally hierarchical structure of fascist policies, as they encourage leaders to despise their underlings up to the ultimate leader who holds the whole country in contempt for having allowed him to overtake it by force. So contempt for people below you. This is
Yeah,
absolutely
I
true,
think
but they never really say it
there's
out
a
loud.
pretty good example of this. I think with the Trump thing,
Yes.
but you're gonna have to follow me a little on this one.
All right.
His response to not to being caught out not paying his taxes.
I don't remember what he said to that.
He said, "Because I'm smarter
Oh,
than all
okay.
of
Yeah,
you.
that's
You're
exactly
all
this.
too dumb
This is one
to
that's
do what I
the
did."
contempt for the weak one is incredibly popular with capitalists for that mindset of like, I am a genius billionaire and you are a stupid fucking poor person trying to one up me. You're not going to have that happen. Fuck you. You know?
Yeah,
I think the contempt for the weak
this
thing's
is
actually more noticeable with Democrats though. Democrats fucking hate people who aren't like in charge. uh
yeah, the Democrats are just much more bureaucratic than the
yeah.
Republicans, if anything else.
Here's one that's
Did
fun.
you file the correct paperwork?
Did you file the correct paperwork? Everybody is educated to become a hero. Patriotic education, which leads to an
Yes,
embrace of a cult of death. As Echo observes, the ur-fascist hero is impatient to die. In his impatience, he more frequently sends other people to death.
yes.
We need to kill
Because
people.
all of these endeavors, all of these things that are the mechanisms of fascism, right? Because
Yeah.
these are all just the sort of ideologies of fascism, but the mechanisms are dangerous.
Yeah.
for the people carrying them out. And you're
the
deporting hundreds and thousands of people. Like, who's to say that they're not just going to turn around, grab your gun, and shoot you?
Yeah, this everybody becomes a hero point is specifically about like people with stand your ground laws, with like castle doctrine shit, where it's like I am a hero. I am personally here to save the white race from these. This is how you get mass shooters.
Yeah,
This is that mindset. It's like
yeah,
it's the everybody is it can be a hero if you just take matters into your own hands.
yeah.
This is why most fucking mass shooters are right wingers. Because of this. Machismo, which sublimates the difficult work of permanent war and heroism into the sexual sphere. Fascists thus hold both disdain for women and intolerance for condemnation of non-standard sexual habits from chastity to homosexuality. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one I think is a lot bigger than just one specific point of fascism. I feel like sexual insecurity is the driving force of modern fascism. Maybe not in like fascism in general, but modern fascism is absolutely driven by like male sexual insecurity.
I think that fascism by its standard. Remember, fascism doesn't actually hold a real philosophy,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like
entirely emotional
you
driven.
can be like fascism isn't just like hating brown people and murdering
Yeah,
Jewish people. Like fascism can be taken to say, for example,
a
you
personal
had
a
somebody like
family.
Gaddafi.
Oh well, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
there's other examples that we don't necessarily link to fascism.
I was going in the direction of fascism can be something you have in your interpersonal life with how you implement it, even like the small amounts of control you do have. Like all these things don't necessarily need to be a government thing.
No, but we are implying government
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing
So
is
yeah.
that what I'm talking about is if there were a fascist takeover in South Africa,
Hmm.
it wouldn't be like brown people getting kicked out
No,
and sent to camps.
no.
So it's not something that has any sort of actual ideology other than power for power's sake
Yeah.
and
Emotional appeals. It's all
emotional
emotion.
appeal.
It's all emotional appeals. Fascism is
So
based on emotion.
when you say like, oh, modern fascism uses sexual insecurity, it's like, well, that's a broad argument because even originally fascism would use anything to start the people down the line.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Like
specifically in America.
think of all the women who are now super supportive of Trump.
And a lot of them are doing it because their husbands support Trump. My point is
Yes,
with
and a
my
lot
point
of them
is
are doing it
my
because they're
point is
racist as fuck.
yeah, well they're also stupid, but my point is the main driving force behind men into fascism, because I said male insecurity, so men. The reason why a lot of men are becoming fascist in the West, in like America and Europe and stuff, is because of sexual insecurity. It's because of like the fact that divorce rates have gotten higher, the fact that I mean they're actually not as high as they were. They were at their highest in the 90s, but like people will still latch onto the idea that divorce rates are through the roof. We can never get a marriage. Dating apps make it hard to date women, so dating for younger people is harder. Um, you have like Me Too movement, which is like which people see as like an attack on them, even though it's not. Like you have all these things that young men are like, oh, women are out to get us, the fucking remnants of Gamergate and shit, and it's like these men think that they're victims of this society that hates men, so they're gonna go fascist. Like that's how this starts. And also you get into the racial aspect of it, of like these like immigrants are taking all the white women from us. There are these lesbians and these gays are ruining the purity of marriage and all that. It's all sexual insecurity in terms of like the modern like motivation fascism and stuff. I still think like for a lot of European fascists, you have like this like fucking outdated, petty, like nationalist, like embarrassment thing where it's like, oh, the Germans used to rule the world and now we're fucking an EU cuck state and we need to go back to the Fourth Reich, and that's a part of it. But in America, a lot of it's sexual insecurity.
I guess so, but America's fallen hard by their own times.
Yeah. Anyway, 13.
Selective populism.
The people conceive monolithically, have a common will, distinct from a superior to the distinct from and superior to the viewpoint of any individual. As no mass of people can ever be truly unanimous, the leader holds himself as the interpreter of the popular will, though he alone dictates it. Fascists use this concept to delegitimize democratic institutions they accuse of no longer representing the voice of the people.
Yes, yes. But
Yeah.
here's the double-edged sword, right? Because of how the Democrats have allowed all this to happen, the Democrats do no longer represent the voice of the people because
Exactly.
the Democrats are basically just sitting on their hands
Well,
watching the
the
fascism
claim the
happen.
claim here is that the institutions themselves no longer recognize the people, not that the other party doesn't. So like in a way you are right, but also like there's a bit of wiggle room on
But
this
but
one.
but if this goes the way that I see it going as far as history is concerned, I can absolutely see Trump and his regime because if we do get past the next uh, election and have either A,
If you
more Trump, or B, somebody selected by Trump, the next Republican,
I didn't even
they're
realize.
going to reshape the government.
If you hover over
They've
selective
already
populism, it
started
gives
it.
you Trump's
Yes,
photo. I didn't even
I
put
did
two and two
notice
together.
that. So what it's essentially going to do, right, is he's already started this process off.
Yeah.
He's going to reshape the government. The government is going to be unrecognizable, and he's already taken the first steps into doing that, which is gutting current government departments.
Yeah.
I mean, the Nazis had a department of propaganda.
Yes.
This is coming.
Yeah.
Shit like this is coming. It's not going to be as in your face because, like, let's be honest, the government wasn't, the people weren't the most educated in the 1930s, but this is not a
They're still uneducated
dig
now,
at
I'd argue.
people. No, definitely not in America.
And then to finish off this list here, Newspeak. Fascism employs and promotes impoverished vocabulary in order to limit critical thinking and reasoning. Woke, DEI, uh, yeah, border gangs, borders are shit like this. Biden inflation, tariffs, drill baby
Just
drill,
making shit
clean
up.
coal. All towards just
It's essentially
buzzwords.
just making shit up,
Yeah,
right? Like when they say DEI, they just mean black.
they just mean black. Yeah, it's
When they
newspeak.
say
It's
woke,
to
they
it's to cut down on the critical
like
thinking you can do with the words because there's less
because
wiggle room to work within them.
because there's that constant question that always comes up of what is woke, right?
Yeah,
But they're always asking right wing people to
define it.
nail down a definition,
Yeah,
and the right wing people can't.
yeah.
But there is actually a definition out there. There is actually a meaning to woke, and it just means a person who is woke is a person who
Who?
knows that who knows that inequality
Yeah,
exists,
who's aware to systemic racism.
who's aware of systemic inequality because it goes beyond
This
racism.
is true, but this is how it was mostly used.
Yeah,
Woke,
but
like
that
stay
is what it
woke.
means at its very core. It is the knowledge of the existence of systematic inequality,
Yeah.
whether it be through gender, through sexuality, or through race, through religion. It is all the same.
hmm It was just African American vernacular in AAVE. It was just like a slang term, and like all
Yeah.
AAVE terms, it got thrown into the white cultural sphere, and this time it had disastrous consequences. It's the same as
Yeah,
it's the same usage. DEI is the same as woke. Woke is the same as politically incorrect. It's the same as all the other shit they say. That's like, oh, this woke shit is politically correct, liberal nonsense. We don't want to. They're trying to limit our speech. They're trying to protect our. Like it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It all means the same thing. Uh,
yeah, no, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
but
I hate it.
it's really fun to just call things woke when you're like, oh man, I wish this game was better. Woke. Woke's the reason why. It's
I think, look, I am fully behind the idea like anything can be funny, anything can be a joke, right? Like
hmm
you just got to know two things: who's your audience and who you punching at.
well, a lot of
And
times
in
it's
comedy,
myself.
like you don't punch down, right? You don't
You
punch
can.
down in comedy.
I mean, depends on what you consider punching down. Like I consider to be making fun of Nazis punching down because they're lesser humans who are pathetic people. So like that's punching down. And
That's
I'm
not really the
yeah,
idea.
and I'm
It's not
taller than
about who
everyone.
you decide as the down.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
It's not who
It's
you
about
decide.
social
Because right now the
classes.
Nazis are in power.
True.
Like I hate that the world is beating around the bush on this, but the Nazis are in power.
Yeah.
In America, the Nazis are in power.
You could
Like
get me
let's just
arrested
get
for
that
saying
into
this.
people's minds. The Nazis run the government.
You can
Donald Trump,
you can get me arrested for
JD
saying
Vance.
this.
Well, it's me saying it, not you.
It's being posted on an American YouTube channel that my name is the name for. They got in the behind the scenes. Is it? I know it's not for the Patreon, but are you? Am I the one who hosts?
I set up the Google account.
Okay, so never mind. You can say as much as you want. We're good.
Okay.
Just don't say it on the Patreon.
The American government is run by Nazis
Woo!
currently.
Tell it off,
This isn't
Queen.
an if, this isn't a, oh, they're kind of like the Nazis. This isn't like, alluding to, oh, Trump is Hitler. No, they are Nazis.
Yeah.
In all ideology, they are Nazis. The only thing that they're doing differently from the Nazis is that, as far as I can tell, they're appealing to religion far more than the Nazis did.
Yeah, the Nazis mostly appealed to like mysticism and like the ancient Aryan race idea, which American Nazis don't really do. They mostly talk about like Christianity instead of it. Like you don't see like
Yes.
the Nazis had the Anna neighbor who went and like dug up artifacts in the Middle East that were like, here's the Aryan artifacts and shit. Like you don't see that in America, but instead you see like Jesus is in my toast. You know,
Yeah. Just ask the Mormons.
the Mormons, Mormo
But
fascism.
yes, so you agree with me though, right? Like
Yeah,
it's not a question of it. It's the fact that they are. Like, is Elon Musk a Nazi? Just ask the guy who like did a Zich Heil twice in a row on a
I
stage,
wonder if
and
he's a
then spoke to a
Nazi.
pro-Nazi party in Germany
Don't
a
say
week
pro-Nazi.
later.
They are a Nazi party. That's the
All
thing
right,
too.
oh well,
They are
they're they
literally,
they are
they are
they
literally the
are literally
Nazis.
the Nazis. They are literally the German Nazis.
They are literally the
They are the
Nazis.
Nazi party rebranded as the AFD.
They are, yeah, they've come back from the dead. They got Robo Hitler. It's like Wolfenstein over there. Uh, God, God.
It's it's that's the state of the world. So please make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop.
I made myself lightheaded by doing those noises.
Yes, you would. Now, you were telling me I'm done with politics. I'm
Okay,
fucking
yeah, okay.
over it. It's fine. If me begging for this to stop was not enough, you were telling me about quadruple A gaming.
Oh yes. So last night I was telling Jade about this. I learned about this recently. But the term. Okay, so first of all, to define the conversation of what we're talking about in gaming, there's the term triple A gaming, which is used to describe games that have big budgets from big studios, a lot of people working on them, and they're big in scale. GTA 5, like
Red Dead,
yeah, Red Dead.
Elden
Well,
Ring.
Elden Ring is like triple A, yeah, but like I wouldn't say Dark Souls is. The Dark Souls one was triple A. That was like a double A game because it's like a smaller studio at the time. But like, and then you have double A games, which are like mid-level franchises, like triple A games. Those are like fucking Activision. Those are uh 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 uh
EA,
Rockstar, EA, Nintendo. Oh, some of Nintendo's games.
Capcom.
Well,
Nintendo is an outlier in the gaming world as a whole.
because they'll publish big titles and small titles. Nintendo's just weird. Nintendo's weird.
Not just that, but they're a very self-contained system. You're not going
Yeah,
to be playing
they're
Nintendo games on your
yeah,
brand new gaming rig PC
yeah.
because your PC literally just like
It
they've
can't run it.
designed the games in such a way that your PC will not pass those games, lest you load a bit of illegal software,
Exactly. Um,
semi-legal software.
so yeah, my point is that you have the triple A games, double A games, and then you have indie games, which are funded basically by one person or a group of people, like a small group of people, stuff like Undertale or Shovel Knight, stuff like that,
Do you think there's a big distinction to be
Dwarf
made
Fortress.
between indie games and solo dev games?
No, because I think solo dev just is literally just that. Because like, there's not many games that are solely one person. Undertale wasn't one person. Undertale was two people. Like there's not many games out there that are solo developed.
Stardew was one person,
Stardew was one person, yes. Don't know if
but
it still is one
even by that
person.
comparison, Dwarf Fortress is
Is
has
it's two
has
people.
traditionally been two people, but now it's
Yeah,
three.
yeah. So there's really not many solo games. The biggest one I can think of is Stardew Valley. In that case, it's just more
There
of like
was
just like a.
Binding of Isaac and
Oh,
Super
is
Meat Boy.
oh, were they? I thought they were two people or three people.
No, as far as I know, though that whole the same guy who did Binding of Isaac did Super Meat Boy.
I did know that. Yeah, I thought they were like a small team. Yeah, indie games are just small teams. The most important part of indie games is the fact that they have like low budget and small developer count. That's the big thing that makes them like an indie game.
I was wrong. It is two people that did Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, because I could just remember that like the title
It was
screens
this
have
guy,
people names. Ed
Edmund
McMillan,
McMillan, and Florian himself.
Florian Himsel. I like him in that second photo there. I like it. I like how he looks there. He looks pretty good. No, no, the first photo there. Like the second photo listed, but the first photo of him. I think he looks pretty good there.
It looks good.
I like his hair there.
Edmund
I mean, I don't know
McMillan
about
looks
this guy.
exactly like the guy who would make Binding of Isaac, though.
he
Doesn't
he
he?
he does look.
Doesn't he just look like the guy who would make Binding of Isaac?
He looks pretty good when you go down more. Like that photo of him with his hand to his chin. It's on the second row on the right. Looks pretty good there. Like
Repping
all these other
Nirvana
photos,
shirt.
he looks completely fucking insane.
Well, if you've ever played Binding of Isaac,
It makes sense, yeah. All right. Well, the point of why I bring all this up is because there's been a new term being thrown around the gaming industry that I've only learned about now, but has been going around since 2020. Quadruple A games. It doesn't have its own Wikipedia article yet, but it's just sad because I wanted to have like a list of things, but I had to compile the list on my own. But triple A gaming is a dying medium to these developers here. And now we're moving on to the world of quadruple A gaming. And this first term was used for the Perfect Dark remake that still isn't out yet. That was announced back in 2020. You know Perfect Dark, right?
yeah,
Yeah, one of the first shooter games on the N64. Right, or was it Xbox original? I forget. I think it was on the N64. That's how I know it. Is it not? Hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Perfect Dark. Yeah, N64. So, yeah, Perfect Dark was an N64 shooter up there with like GoldenEye and stuff as one of the first shooter games. Very fundamental and like groundbreaking game. It was the basis. It wasn't the basis, but it was for like inspired a lot of stuff like Halo and stuff. So very important game. And they want to remake the first game or a reboot of it as a quadruple A game being developed by by Initiative Crystal Dynamics, going to be Xbox exclusive. It has absolutely no follow up going on to it. It is just we're working on it. Here's footage of it. We're working on it, and
So like
it's just like
it's gonna get the Duke Nukem treatment.
it's gonna get the Duke Nukem treatment. And another game that's also gonna get the Duke Nukem treatment, that's also being called a quadruple game, is the Beyond Good and Evil
Beyond
2.
Good and Evil.
So this one has been in development hell since 2008, and it's still not out yet.
Imagine it's been in development hell since 2004.
That's probably true, but it was announced in 2008. It was re-revealed in 2017, and it's still not out yet. They have a new creative director in October of last year. This
I
game's
just
never
love that
come
line. Has been referred to as vaporware. That's beautiful.
uh, it broke the record Duke Nukem Forever has been holding for our longest game in development. But they say AAA game here, but no. This game is marketed as a quadruple A game now. This game
It's
is
bullshit. It's a
quadruple
bullshit
A's.
statement.
Yeah, it's.
So
But
what
hold on
I'm
here.
learning
Hold
is
on.
that quadruple A is a bullshit statement.
But now here's a game
It's
that
a
actually came
marketing
out.
statement.
Here's a game that actually came out though. Skull and Bones. This is a Ubisoft game that has been in development since
Did you say
fucking.
bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
You said it's a bad
This is a
game.
bad game.
Oh, you said Ubisoft. I
Yeah.
heard bad.
Yes.
Had to throw that in there. Anyway.
Yeah. Ubisoft made this. It's supposed to be a
You say
spiritual
this is
successor to Assassin's
released.
Creed 4. Yeah, this came out. It came out in February of last year, and it was a live service game, and it's been canceled. I'm pretty sure, or it will be canceled. So it's dog shit. It's a bad fucking game. I mean, I don't know what to say. It was in development for 10 years. Nobody was looking forward to this. Nobody wanted this. You can see under development here. It started a development in 2013 as an update to Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is probably the Assassin's Creed I'm most interested to try because I like boats. I like pirates. But
So I'm
yeah,
looking at actual like footage of the game here.
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, I see nothing special.
exactly. This is
This is so quadruple A gaming is a marketing statement, nothing
yes.
more.
Look at this. This looks like fucking like I'm so tired of games that look like this.
This is like
Like
every
this
Ubisoft game.
this was cool
This is
back in like the
every single
PlayStation
Ubisoft
4
game
era,
since. No, fuck.
early
Riley.
PlayStation 4.
Riley.
What?
This is the same fucking game they've been making since they did the first ass in Creed.
Yeah. Especially since the
Like
Assassin's Creed had a
this,
reboot franchise where they like changed the formula up. And it
like
just now they
this.
do that formula now.
This is the same game.
Yeah, it's the same.
This
Ubisoft is the worst.
This is Far Cry.
This
is
I hate Ubisoft so much.
they just make the same game.
Yeah, they're
And now they're
horrible.
calling it quadruple A. Why? Why?
Because there's more people
What
working
am
on it.
I?
It's supposed to be a next gen
What am I seeing
experience.
here? So you
The
got the camera doing like more? What?
it's supposed to be a term that describes how big the development team is, how big the scale of the game is. Look at there's a cannon shooting game,
Yeah, but they do
and they
this.
load the cannons.
This is this is unironically functionality from like Sea of Thieves.
Look at you
This is
missed.
basically Sea of Thieves.
Look at you can miss and have to reload. And then you can shoot the red squares, the red highlights.
And you know what? I'm going to guess that this has
He
less
missed again.
mechanically interesting about it than Sea of Thieves, because as far as I can tell, you
You can
are
look
not counting down
the
ammunition, you are
cannon he's
not
shooting.
worried
Look at
about.
the cannon he's shooting isn't even turning when he fires.
Yeah, but
It's
you
so
get
in
what I'm
depth.
saying,
Yeah,
like
I absolutely, yeah.
mechanically, like I'm on a we're talking deep game dev
Yes,
shit
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. This game has
There is
absolutely nothing.
nothing telling you how many cannonballs you have left,
Look how poorly
how many
designed this
cannonballs
environment
you've
is.
stocked up on.
Look at how big he is in this room. Like he shouldn't be this big in a room. It's a pirate ship. It's not supposed to be this big. He's like walking through a goddamn like bank. Oh no, he's dead.
It's like the TARDIS, but they need the space for the character animations.
Yeah, and the camera.
And the
And he's
shirt is literally glued to his pecs.
yeah.
Okay,
There's
this
like
is
so
bad.
much it's just so much generic, boring shit. Like there's nothing interesting about this.
Wow.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Wow. Ubisoft
Well, this is
is definitely not woke.
they're French. They're a French
Yeah, that
company.
just solidifies my answer. Let's just pause for a moment and remember that the French are currently the only nation in the world with active colonies.
Depends on your definition of colony, because then there'd be multiple more.
Like who else?
America has some territories like military bases. If you count colonies that are funded for
I'm talking
military
about
purposes,
colonies in the traditional
then
sense.
yes, then France
France
is
never gave up their colonies like Britain did,
well.
like
The only colony they hold on to is
Spain
French
did, like
Guiana.
Portugal did.
French Guiana.
No, in Africa.
What are you talking about?
That whole like French African region in West Africa.
Yeah, like Algeria. Didn't they have a whole
Yeah,
fucking
like
war?
yeah, do you know why they're constantly fighting and at war?
Because France doesn't
Because every
let them
time
go.
that somebody gets any power in the area that isn't sucking the French dick, the French go and overthrow them.
Oh, it's
The French,
neocolonialism.
it's, but it's still the same old colonies. It's still pretty much directly
Yeah.
influenced by France. They still have
I want to know
colonies.
where this game takes
Anyway,
place. I feel like this game probably takes place in the Caribbean because nobody's interesting when it comes to pirates anymore. Everything has to be in the Caribbean.
even though the best pirates were A, woman, and B, in China.
This is true. A Chinese pirate game would go so fucking hard though. That'd be so cool. Like the goddamn sailing the fucking China coasts and shit, treasure fleets and shit. Oh, that's so cool.
I
I need
really
a
do
Chinese. Actually, this
literally
doesn't look
see
as
nothing special.
this doesn't look Caribbean because like, you go back to the pirate ship. I thought that guy was stabbed. Um, the way the sails look. I mean, it looks. I have no idea where this is, but that doesn't look entirely Caribbean. No, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know boats that well. I just kind of go on like other things I've seen that look like
Yeah,
this. This
but
doesn't look like the
with
Caribbean.
Ubisoft, it's all vibes.
This is entirely true.
Like it's all
Why is
vibes.
there a
This is
fucking
meant to
like
give the
raccoon? What is that thing on the right? What the fuck is that? It's like
who
a
fucking
creature.
knows. Let's see what this menu is about.
Yeah, that
My
doesn't that
goodness.
looks like East Asian. That looks
This is
like Indonesian or some shit.
this is so surface level though.
It's so boring. I just want to know where they are, like where they claim to be in this game. Indian Ocean, yeah. So I was right. I was right when I said that that ship looks East Asian because this is supposed to be like Indonesia or some shit. Yeah, this just
Like
looks so
I literally
boring. I don't
see nothing
know.
special. So
There's nothing interesting
what
about this at
we've
all.
what we've ascertained is that quadruple A gaming is a bullshit
You wanna know
marketing
another game
phrase.
that was considered to be AAA? It's another boring
What?
game. Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol. Let
Proto-
me pull that up.
oh, I got it. Oh, you can pull up gameplay, but I want to pull up the Wikipedia article real quick. So Callisto Protocol was the Dead Space spiritual successor. That was like a sci-fi horror game. Bless you. That sucked ass and was like, here's a next gen single player experience, and it was just fucking nothing. That was one of those games where you had to pay DLC to get more death animations.
That's
That's like worse
that's
than
actually bad.
Golden Horse Armor. Yeah, and again, I'm so tired of games that are just
Over the
over the
shoulder.
shoulder, like slow walking games like this. Like this is like it was cool when God of War did it. It was cool when Uncharted did it and stuff. And like you had
Wait,
those
wasn't this was this the
and
game
Last of
that was
Us.
by the Dead Space
Yeah,
people?
like I said, it was a spiritual successor to Dead Space.
Right.
Yeah,
This is just Dead Space.
it looks like boring Dead Space. Like this style of game used to be cool when people were having interesting gameplay made around it. But now all it is just walking, interacting with environment, walking, interacting, like hit triangle, walk, hit triangle, walk, hit triangle, walk, hit triangle, walk, hit triangle, climb a ladder.
Look, Dead Space did. I'm not a fan of the Dead Space series, right?
Right.
But Dead Space, the original Dead Space, did two interesting things with its gameplay. Number one, diegetic menus,
Yeah, those are
right?
always
It
fun.
did diegetic menus in a way that no other games were doing before or during that time. Like, there are no standout diegetic menus that you can point to in gaming in total without pointing to Dead Space. Like, it is a really, really well done, as far as I know, diegetic menu.
Right.
And then it did dismemberment
Oh, the
as
dismemberment
a
is like
as a
is a
gameplay
key.
mechanic. It was more than just,
A cool thing.
killing your
It
enemy.
was
It
how to
was
kill them.
like it was the tactical advantages of, oh, you can shoot this enemy. Like, games up until that point, like, you have to understand a bit about the history of gaming psychology. Games up until that point had two measures of damage and headshot damage.
Yeah,
So all games were basically training people to shoot the thing in the head. Dead Space was the game that was like, that's not going to work here, buddy.
you gotta like dismember them.
You shoot it in the head, it just gets faster because now it has no head. Like,
Less
the
slowing it
all the
down.
things that get like all the things that games were teaching you up until playing Dead Space kind of went, nope, that's not how it works here. And
Yeah,
it introduced it in an interesting gameplay way.
yeah,
This is just rehashing the same ground, isn't it?
yeah. And if you notice something there, that encounter that just happened on the screen was a cutscene.
Yes.
Like, there's no gameplay. It's just walk in and have a cutscene. Walk and have a cutscene. Like it's a part of the reason why I didn't really like the Final Fantasy remake. Though the Final Fantasy remake actually had gameplay. A lot of the gameplay in Final Fantasy's remake was just walking. But there's definitely worse encounters. Like sorry, there's worse examples than the Final Fantasy VII remake. Like
This seems like
this game looks so
this game
boring.
is more work for like the animation team
Yeah,
than the developers.
yeah. Like there's like this type of game is just soulless to me. Like this just feels so boring. Like I don't
Everything
want to touch
is
this.
preordained.
Yeah,
There's no natural progression. There's no natural storytelling.
yeah. Um,
Maybe I have an unrealistic expectation of that because of the games I play.
mhm.
Like, I'll easily pick up something like Rumwell or Tenchi or Dwarf Fortress or CK3, where what was the one CK3 run you saw me do recently,
Sweden.
where I zoomed out of the map.
No, you were playing UK with Sweden.
I was playing, well, I started on the Isle of Man and built up to like the Kingdom of Scotland, Ireland, Wales, England, the Empire of Britannia,
Mhm,
as you grow in the game. I
mhm.
look over and Scandinavia has taken over like every fucking bit of Northern Europe, Eastern Europe, all the way through to the Mongols. Like, like, it's just emergent. It's not something preordained. It doesn't happen every game. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just make things like like that. Like, none of the programmers could have said, "Oh, what if this got really bad?" This is just a fucking cutscene. Watch a
yeah.
goddamn movie.
Yeah, like there's really nothing that's happened so far that feels like a unique gameplay experience. And like the thing is, the Dead Space had these moments like this where you watch someone get killed through a window. Like that happened in Dead Space, and that happens in horror games all the time. The thing is, like, I mean, maybe we're just judging a game like before it happened, but like this is just Dead Space. This is just Dead
This
Space.
is just Dead Space. This is literally just Dead
You're
Space.
like, yeah, it's cool if it was a Dead Space sequel or whatever. Like, oh, more Dead Space. Like, I don't know. Like the thing about like
But the
the thing
marketing
about
behind it is what we're pointing out here.
yeah,
The quadruple A.
yeah. One of the things about these types of like games where you just walk in a line and do nothing is that these games can be interesting because I've been playing Metro recently, and Metro 2033 is an incredibly linear game. Makes sense because you're literally walking on railroad tracks. It's an incredibly linear game. It's not an open
Li
world game or anything. It's like you walk,
Linear games can be really fucking well done. And
yes,
if you want
and
the example of that, just look at Half-Life.
yeah. But my point with Metro is that Metro is the game a lot of these games want to be, where you have these like incredibly detailed environments with like a lot of interesting story behind them, and it's linear, so you don't have to like worry about the player getting lost or anything because they're all on like literal railroad tracks. And they go through the specific story events. And Metro manages to make it interesting, partially because Metro is based on a book, so they can pull from a like a writer there, but also like there's like
They had a story to
yeah,
tell
there's a
before they
point to
put the
everything.
action in.
Yeah.
There
This
was
is
a
just
story to tell.
this is just have him like there's nothing that's happened so far in this game, gameplay wise, that has actually intrigued me whatsoever. This is the most vapid and boring shit I can imagine. Maybe it's because I'm getting
I would
tired of
rather
over the
play
shoulder
Doom.
games. Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. Like this has like all of the unique setting and everything here is just either just get Dead Space or Doom, and then boom, you have that setting. And then if you want like this type of gameplay, then fucking play like any other game. Like I don't like how is this a quadruple A experience? Like this is just nothing new. This is vapid. This is nothing. I think that as time goes on, the best gaming experiences you can have are with games you've never played before that are old. Like just go and play some shit that you've never played of, and everyone is like, "Oh, this is a classic." Go play some games that are old that you've skipped out on.
I will say this for the gaming industry, right? We live in an age where like any game half the size, just half the size of Callisto Protocol takes a massive amount of work.
Yeah, yeah.
So most companies don't want to invest that time, money, and energy into doing that massive amount of work unless they know, you know,
There'll be a return
this
on
will
investment.
equal a payoff.
Yeah, which is why a lot of
So what
games
happens
embrace
is
like live service shit.
yogurt, yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's plain fucking vanilla yogurt.
Oh, there's. I was like, I thought you were saying yoga. You
No,
get,
but that's
yeah,
like tell
you
me how
get,
is vanilla
you
fucking
get
ice cream.
you
It's
get well, I like vanilla ice cream, but you get like basic standard safe is the big word here. Safe. You get stuff that won't
yeah.
get people to run away. You want something that people can know. It's why a lot of games are like it's why like genres like Souls like bother me so much because it's like, well, you're just playing a Souls game. Like don't market your game as a Souls like because all you're telling me is that you want us to play it because you know we like Dark Souls, you know? Um like
Yeah, but this is how genres start to
true,
come about,
true,
right?
true.
Like once the Souls games have aged even more, maybe the Souls-like genre will change its name, but it will still hold the same things. I mean, you got a genre like
Metro.
roguelikes
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
Metroidvania.
Metroidvania
They're usually named for the earliest, like
games. This
good
is
ex
fair. That's
good
fair. It's a bit
example
of a weak.
of
It's a bit of a weak thing on my part. My I wanted to say this though. My biggest issue with the gaming industry at the moment is that games are meant to be discarded. A lot of big video game. Sorry. Let me rephrase. Big game companies believe that their games are meant to be discarded. Um, just close it now that we got it. Just close it. We don't do this anymore. Um, a lot of big companies like Activision or like whatever, like Fortnite's developer, like Epic Games, whatever the fuck the big developers are that make all these live service games, they believe that they're, especially the ones that are yearly releases like FIFA and stuff, they believe that their games are meant to be discarded. That means that their games are meant to be a product that returns them money and nothing else. That's why you get so much live service slop. It's why you get so many battle passes and like in-game currencies that you get to exchange for not the right amount that you need to do for the item you want. That's why you see so much of it. It's because, hey, this is the next quick money-making scheme that we can get to get people to put millions of dollars worldwide into our game, and then we'll make it again the next year, and then everyone will do it again. Like, it's just a cynical throw away the game, get a new one next year. And like, this has happened since the early 2000s with like Call of Duty and the sports games starting and stuff. Like, that's when we got like the yearly releases really starting. But now it's even more cynical because of how much money they expect us to put in after we've already bought the game. Like, back when it was a yearly release for Call of Duty, but like Modern Warfare, and then the next year's World at War, and then Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. At least back then, the games we were getting were complete experiences that didn't have anything else we had to pay for after the game was already out. But now it's like you buy Black Ops 6, and then there's the Battle Pass with all of its content, and that keeps you playing the game for the whole year, and then you do it again with the next fucking
But
game.
those
It's like, well,
those are
fuck you.
just like hidden microtransactions, right?
Well,
Like
no, but like this is
those are
this is how these
literally
this is the
just
philosophy behind these games now. You release the games unfinished so that you release more of the content and battle passes after the game is released. So you keep having people spend money. That's how a lot of games are
day one
going.
DLC.
Yeah, day one DLC. It's like, well, whatever.
Day one
One
DLC
of the
is
things.
unironically the things they removed from the base game
Yeah.
in order to sell
Here's
more
another one. Here's another one. So when
shit.
Civ 7 just came out, Civ 7 released, and they're like, "Oh yeah, in a month we'll have a new DLC content." Well, what do you mean in a month? What do you mean in a month? You mean you had this stuff you don't just make this stuff in a month after the game's already out. You had this stuff ready and you took it out of the game. Like, what the fuck? Like Civ 7 is doing here's the thing. So Civ 5 comes out. It had 2 expansion packs and that was it. It came out, and the expansion packs added content. They added content. And then you have Civ 6. They had 2 expansions. It added content. It was looking good. It was looking good. And then they're like, here's a subscription pass where we'll add more content to the subscription pass. And it's like, well, what the fuck? In the first one they did, like, all right, at least they're adding a lot of content. At least the content they're adding is like the amount of a DLC. It's the price of a DLC, but you're getting it over a certain length of time, and you don't have to buy all of it. You can just buy some of it. Right? And then they do it again, and it's dog shit again. Like, they do it again, and it's like a dog shit subscription pass. And then they're doing it from the start with Civ 7, where it starts off on this shitty fucking predatory marketing strategy, this pricing strategy. I just hate this direction of the gaming industry, of it just being the cynical cycle of buying shit every year, buying the same shit every single fucking year. I hate this. Plus, Civ 7 has the issue with how ugly the UI is. Look at how unintuitive this UI is. Look at this. Look at this. This is
The thing
disgusting.
is, I was never a fan of the Civ games.
Can you pull up Civ 6 gameplay real
And
quick? Like menu, like just pull up Civ 6 gameplay, just to compare what the UI looked like in that game. Because like the Civ 7 UI is soulless. The point of the Civilization UI to me um worked because like sorry, I shouldn't say the UI. The presentation of Civilization was always special because they always tried to make it feel like you're like playing history. Like, it's very, what the fuck? Like, it's always trying to make you feel like you are an important part of history. You are playing through it. Like, look at the menus here. They provide the information in a more colorful way. They provide the information in fucking ads.
always ads,
It's always ads.
always ads.
See, look at look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. It's so gross. Like,
The
the
thing
comparisons
is
here.
that this had a design philosophy
Yeah. The other didn't. The other
this
is a playtest design. Like, what the fuck?
is just functionality over all else.
Yeah. It's literally a playtest design versus an actual finished design.
Like
Like Civ
this
7 doesn't have
feels
drop down menus. Civ 7, I mean, it does
like
there, but like Civ 7 doesn't have drop down menus for difficulty selecting or map selecting. It's a goddamn slider or whatever the hell.
but my measure here with the Civ games, right, is it'll always be something I compare to my map games because these are map games. They're map
Yeah, well,
strategy games.
these are 4X games. The games you play are real time strategy games, like map games. I don't know. Like, what's the paradox method called? Grand strategy. That's what it is. Grand strategy.
Grand strategy is 4x.
No, well, 4X specifically is the civilization genre. I don't really think they're kind of the same.
No,
No, but they're not really the same
Paradox
though.
games are considered 4x because the 4x
Expand,
is
explore, expand, exploit, exterminate.
yes, it's like Stellaris is 4x.
Yeah, Stellaris is
Total
4X.
War are also 4x
Yeah,
games.
I don't know. I just see
Like
like
these
Hoi
these
4 and
are all
CK3 is
4x
different.
games. But what Civ lacks, right? In my opinion, and this goes beyond just the problems with 7, all the way 6 and back, is that Civ doesn't tell you things.
No, it does.
It tells you the basics of some things, but when you compare it to Paradox games, for example, right? You've got so many tooltips.
Oh, you mean like information and stuff.
Yes, the game gives you feedback and information. Yes, sometimes it's hidden
No,
behind a tooltip
they
or
absolutely give you stuff. Look at like he's hovering over and stuff. It tells you all the stuff. Like all those white boxes are what you're looking
I've
for.
played Civ and I've never felt like the tooltips gave me good feedback. They give feedback, but they don't give me the good kind of feedback that say something in CK3 will give. If I hover
I think it's the
over a
opposite way
thing in
around.
CK3,
I find Paradox games to be the most cryptic fucking shit ever. It's why I stopped playing Victoria 3.
why?
Because they're fucking. I find that Paradox tooltips are fucking useless. I only learned how to play Paradox games by watching
How?
YouTube videos, and I learned how to play Civilization by playing Civilization.
Okay, maybe it's my 3,000 hours in CK3 talking. Uh, 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 past 3,000 now.
Past fucking 42 extra. I remember when you were working to it and you needed 42, and now you're at 42 over.
Yeah, I may have been doing a bit of CK3 in my downtime. Checking out some total conversion mods.
Nice. Um,
PODs is still a good one. That one's a bit cryptic to me.
what is POD?
The Princes of Darkness.
Is it multiplayer friendly?
It's it might actually be because it's also on the latest updates of CK3 as
We
well,
can
which
try it
is
out then for the CK3 stream if you
Elder
want.
Kings isn't even on the latest update.
I really wanted to do
But
Elder Kings on stream.
Elder Kings said that their multiplayer is really unstable, but Princes of Darkness might work because it still uses the standard map.
I see.
Princes of Darkness basically. How much do you know about the World of Darkness?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Vampire the Masquerade,
Oh,
Bloodlines.
well, never mind then. I thought Prince of Darkness was like a unique conversion mod. I
No.
didn't know it was a
So
Vampire the
Vampire the
Masquerades.
Masquerade is one small portion of what's called the World of Darkness.
I see.
Vampire the Masquerade, you had what else was in the World of Darkness? Let me actually
I have no idea.
here we go. The World of Darkness. Here's all the different it's a
Werewolf the Apocalypse.
TTRPG.
Hunter the
So
Reckoning.
originally the World of Darkness was core lines of tabletop RPGs. So Vampire the Masquerade is probably the most famous one.
I haven't heard of
Yeah,
any of these
Werewolf,
others.
the Apocalypse, Hunter the Reckoning, Mage the Ascension, Mummy the Resurrection, Demon the Fallen, Wraith the Oblivion, Changeling. There's three names.
Changeling.
So these are all tied together.
Yeah.
And the the POD full conversion mod for CK3 basically puts the vampire world in the game.
I see.
So the different clans, it's blood drinking and vampire stuff and all that. It's very
I
cool.
see.
Like it's very in depth. Like layering one massively in depth thing on top of another, actually.
I still need
But
to play the Vampire Masquerade game because I own it. I just haven't played it yet.
you do need to play it. You do need to play it. You need to do like a private playthrough for me.
I will. Like what we did with
Because
Baldur's Gate
sadly,
3.
that game, in order to stream it on Twitch and then upload your VODs to YouTube, you'd need to go into the game files and change the music.
Oh, right, because it had a licensed music.
It had one of the best soundtracks ever.
Well, I was able to upload my Halo 2 footage that had licensed music. Wait, did I actually? One
Yeah, but
mission,
this has like
Breaking Benjamin. I don't
licensed
think I played
music
the mission that
from
had Breaking Benjamin.
so
Ministry,
Ministry,
Jenna
Daniel,
Torturers.
Tiamat is gothic rock band. Lacuna Coil's a pretty big gothic rock band. Chiasm is a pretty cool, like industrial. Actually, it's just one lady, but
Oh,
God, the music she makes. Emily Rohn, for anybody who wants to go look her up.
on the right there's another game I want to complain the fuck about. It's already gone now, but the ad was gone. But the what was it? Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. That's another one of those live service slop games.
The live service needs to stop as well.
I hate it. 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 I hate
Because
it. I hate it.
because we actually got into this, you and I, the other day, between live service and an MMO,
Yeah.
where you said basically MMOs are live service games. I argue
No,
that
no.
they're
I said
not
that. I
quite
said that
live.
MMO started live service.
They start well, I mean, I can see the argument there, but they are not themselves what I would consider live service games as we know them.
It's live
Like
service descriptive, not
there's a
live service
difference to me.
derogatory.
Yeah, there's a difference to me between a live service game like Suicide Squad and a live service MMO
Like World of
because
Warcraft or EVE Online or
World
some
of
shit.
Warcraft because when a company makes an MMO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like World of Warcraft, like it's the other one,
EVE.
RuneScape,
There's yeah, RuneScape. But
Eve. When companies make an MMO, that MMO becomes the company. Every like that like it's not your next Assassin's Creed game, if you get my meaning. Like
yeah,
it's not meant to be replaced next year. This is a
exactly.
game that the developer acknowledges they're going to be supporting in 10 years.
There are rarely actually these live service games that come out now that actually do have that support for more than a year. Like you have Rainbow Six Siege is probably the most long running live service game because it's been going on for 10 years. You have Destiny 2, which has been being supported for a while. Halo Infinite's been supported for 3 years or 4 years or whatever the hell. But most of them don't last that long. Most of them, like Call of Duty, last a year and then they get replaced. Like, that's how most of these work, and it sucks. Most of them get canceled after a year or two. Like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League just got canceled after only
Like
existing
to
for a
me,
year.
what's really sickening is that you have these cancellations post-release,
Yeah.
which means that you've sold the game, the people have bought the game,
People
and
put money into the
I don't
expansion
know about
passes.
you, but I play games that are more than a year old.
I just bought a Wii U gamepad so that I can actually play my Wii U games. I want to play Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is a game that came out in like 2005.
So yeah, you get what I'm saying with
Yeah,
like
like I play old games all the
with an
time.
MMO, there's a certain understanding that the developers, the company, the actual company accepts this is going to be an ongoing project.
Yeah.
And that intention isn't there for live service games.
Yeah. Because when the live service game servers go down, you can't play that game anymore. You can't play it anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
There's a
Like,
game. You know the game studio Platinum Games or Platinum Dunes, whatever the hell, Platinum Games. The people who made Nier Automata and
yeah,
Bayonetta. They made a live service game for Square Enix called Babylon's Fall. And it was a live service game. They don't make live service games. They make like mid-budget hack and slash games like Nier Automata and stuff. They were tasked to make a massive live service AAA game. It fucking bombed, and the game was shut down after like a couple months. It was ass. It was dookie. I can't think of a live service game that was not dead on arrival. Fucking Anthem. There's fucking the Avengers game. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. Here's
this
Babylon's
looks
Fall.
awful.
Yeah, because this is like not made by people who care about this genre. They were fucking tasked to make this by their parent company. Like they make Bayonetta. They make fucking Nier Automata. They make stylized semi like on rails. Like this is supposed to be like an open world fucking hack and slash. It's dog shit. It's fucking poopy. It's stupid. It's poopy. And it was canceled. Like this does not even have any of their visual style. Like you could see that they kind of want to have the visual style there, but it's like being held back by the fact it has to be safe because that there has to be a return on investment. Like pull up footage of fucking like Nier Automata gameplay or Bayonetta gameplay, and you could just see that it's completely different.
Bayonetta gameplay is dangerous.
But it's all PG. It's on Nintendo. It's T-rated. Like
I mean,
Bayonetta
you're
1.
not wrong, but I just feel like Bayonetta gameplay
Just like cut randomly in there
is a
somewhere.
thing.
The one random point where this person's just standing around doing nothing.
Do you know what I love? I love how stupid it can get sometimes because Bayonetta is essentially a game themed around the sexual empowerment of women
Yes.
to the point where the woman is ridiculously over sexualized,
It's a lesbian game.
but is also the main character with all of the most badass moves.
This is Devil May Cry
And
for
then a
women.
few years later, right? If I'm not wrong with my time, when did Bayonetta come out?
Like 2014.
Bayonetta came out shortly before or even during the height of like Gamergate bullshit.
Yeah, Gamergate's height was like 2014, 2015.
Right. So this was still a beloved game. How dare they make women the main characters? It's like, well,
Well, because she's hot, they didn't even see anything weird with it. Even though it's like a women empowerment game. This like I said, this is Devil May Cry for women.
it kind of is.
Bayonetta is female Dante.
Hey,
It's the same
I'll tell
appeal.
you this much:
Don't
Bayonetta over
defend
Dante
DMC.
any
What'd you say?
Bayonetta over Dante any
I thought you
day,
were about to say that the
unless
DMC.
it's DMC Dante.
I'm gonna
You
strangle
knew I
you.
was
I'm gonna
fucking
strangle you.
going.
I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna.
Me with my hot takes.
I mean, it tracks for you. It completely tracks for you because he looks like he'd be in a fucking like industrial emo band.
Shut up.
But he doesn't even look hot though. He's not even like in that hot standard. Like he's just a guy with black hair. He's just a dude with black hair. That's
Sometimes you
it.
don't need more. Just like,
Oh my god. Oh my
that's what
god.
I
He's
have to
so
say.
boring. He's so fucking boring looking. He looks like fucking Brutal Legend, but if he was shrunk down.
Maybe I just think the original design for him is just
He's hot. He's hot.
too edgy,
No,
too try hard.
that's the point. It's that era.
Like way too try hard.
It's that era. He's hot.
Yeah, but that try hardness doesn't track for me.
But
Like
this
it
is
does
also
for you.
tryhard. This is also tryhard. This is a different type of tryhard. This is like 2008 edgy grimmy tryhard. This is like when they wanted to make Mega Man that fucking this is not Mega Man. Was it Bomberman? Was that the Bomberman? It was a Bomberman that they had the gritty
No, but this
remake.
has all the telltale signs.
This
of
is
try hard.
cool. No, this is the opposite. This is cool.
Like
Like that's try hard. This is cool.
we'll give him a hair color that you don't usually see.
Because it's anime inspired.
Yes, like this maybe but it's those small details that put me off.
He's
Like
so
this
cool
just
though. He's
this,
so cool. He's got a cock bulge in his pants.
this is going too far.
That's just
I don't
edgy.
know.
This is maybe it's because of how grimy the game is. This is edgelord to me. This is edgelord. This is like Shadow the Hedgehog fucking edgelord
This
shit.
is absolutely
Can't you
edgelord. But
see
you know
I'm
what else is
red?
edgelord? Do you want to know what else is edgelord?
What else? Tell me.
The Crow.
Yes, yes. And this
And
is bad. The
look at
Crow.
how many generations of goth kids still fucking rep that shit.
But this isn't goth. This is like
Even though,
shitty. This is dumb.
no, but this is like the more the modern day type thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
where you realize that putting your hair up and all the makeup and all of that was all just like he's just got the shirt he grabbed and like this it as you say, it's more grungy. Think about grunge as a genre.
Like it's
Where
cringe.
did grunge come from as a
Fucking.
musical genre?
Do you mean like location or like the style of where like the bands?
What was remember all of these big changes in music come from some sort of commentary. What was their commentary on? What was grunge trying to say originally? What
Nothing
was its big
matters.
thing?
I'm
It
just
was
cool.
against hair bands of the 80s.
I didn't know that.
Bands like Poison and Guns N' Roses.
Ow, my head hurts. She had a sting in my
You know,
head.
you know, you know when like all like if back and look at 80s
Yeah,
bands, right?
like fucking Scorpion and shit.
It's
Like
just
like
80s rock bands.
what's their name?
They
The
all looked like this.
yeah,
They all
I can't
looked
remember the
like
one I was looking
fucking
for the name of.
this. Right? And
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses was not excluded. They all looked like pretty girls, which I'm fully a fan of. If you're a band full of guys who look like pretty girls, come at me. I'm ready. But then you get a band like Nirvana. All right, show me all the cleaned up pictures of them, but like these were people who showed up to gigs just wearing the clothes they were wearing that day. They didn't come like fancy hair and they came in like actual fucking flannel, t-shirts, torn up jeans from working all fucking day. Like they showed up and they said, "Okay, you all these bands, you got the music, you got the hair." Like that's what the Dante thing feels to me is that it finally cut away all of the stuff and went, he is just some motherfucker who it
Okay,
perfectly characterized him for the game.
yeah, but the game's also ass. So there's a reason why after DMC they went back and made Devil May Cry 5 and like fixed it. There's a reason why
I
they did that
mean,
because everyone hated it.
fair. I never actually played through it, but I was never a fan of the DMC series of games. But like it's a response, if you will, if you get what I'm
Yeah, I
saying. Like
understand.
it's like you couldn't invent grunge today.
You could. You definitely could. It'd just be in a different environment.
The
It wouldn't be a response to the hair
the
metal. It'd be a response to like fucking like performative, safe plasticity of like modern culture and stuff.
yeah,
It'd be a response to
but
that rather
that's
than a
why
response to
it's
hair
it's not
metal.
grunge. What it is, what we get today, what we really need, what we really could use today is actual punk bands, but it seems they've all died or gone quiet.
I mean, there's definitely indie punk bands that still exist. There's punk still exists. It's just not as big, and it's a lot of it is like millennial guys.
Billy Joe Armstrong is still telling Trump to go fuck himself.
I want to give game recommendations. And my game recommendations are play old shit. Play old shit. Play shit. Like I said earlier, play shit that you skipped out on that you've been like, maybe I'll go back and play that. Fickin' I know all of you motherfuckers have games in your Steam library that you bought and haven't played yet. Go fucking play some of them. Go clean out your
Yeah.
Steam library. Stop playing games that are coming out. Stop playing like the next Call of Duty. Stop playing the next FIFA. Go play shit that's been sitting in your Steam library for fucking 4 months that you know, like not 4 months, sorry, 4 years. That's been sitting there since you got your goddamn new PC and shit. Go play that shit. Go play it. I know I got a fuck ton of games that are sitting in my Steam library, and I'm trying to go through them. I'm trying to play some of them on Steam, stream. I'm trying to go through them. I'm trying to go through my physical library as well. Go play old games. Go do it. I'm trying to make sure I go through like I don't play new games as they come out because then like all I'm doing is just increasing the library of games I haven't touched.
I mean, that's fair. My game recommendation is going to be slightly different. And go play games with no media.
What do you mean?
Go play
Like,
ga- go play games that you wouldn't see advertised to you.
oh, I
Go
see. Like no
play games
advertisement. Indie
that
games.
don't have a marketing budget bigger than most fucking Hollywood movies.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
trying
go play
smaller
like
things.
Kenshi. Go play like Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
Go play games that are indie developed. Play indie games.
I
Go
mean, yeah.
find some like group of indie developers making games because I see so many of some of the most interesting games you can play being made by complete nobodies. You know
And
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Yeah,
That's what
indie
we need
games need
more
more
of.
love because a lot of what happens with indie games, the games that get big are the ones that are like the ones that already got big. You know,
Yeah.
roguelikes, pixel art games, and like addictive games like Balatro and stuff. Like that's what kind of gets big. You don't really see ones outside of that get big. But maybe
No,
that's also like
exactly.
what people are making. You know, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about.
Play old games, play niche games.
Yeah, just try to avoid the big budget battle pass heavy slop.
If something is announcing DLC before the game is released,
Don't buy it.
blacklist it.
Don't
Don't
buy
buy
it.
it.
And this is advice that I got to take into account because I think Civ 7's the last time I'm gonna buy a game that I shouldn't buy.
And rule number one,
No
this is going
pre-orders.
to be rule number one, no fucking pre-orders.
This is
Stop
a rule for me.
fucking buying
I've
stuff.
only pre-ordered 3 games, and all 3 games that I pre-ordered were ass. Victoria 3, actually 4 games. Victoria 3, Fallout 76, Humankind, and Civ 7 were all the games that I pre-ordered, and I hated every single one of them.
Pre-orders are the biggest fucking scam in the gaming industry today, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Originally, pre-orders were there because you'd go to the GameStop, buy your game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There was a
Game
limited amount of
releases,
games on release.
you get to the GameStop and they tell you, sorry,
We're out.
we're out.
Yeah,
We
that's
didn't
why.
order
Yeah,
enough. We had
it saves you a copy.
100 people we had 100 people pre-order. We ordered in another 100. For the next 100 people, you are person 201. There's
Yeah,
no more.
it
We live
was.
in a digital environment.
There's no need for
Nobody
pre-orders
is
now.
going to the fucking GameStop anymore.
Yeah,
So why are we pre-ordering?
exactly. Once I got into that
The
headspace of like,
same
huh, then
the
I'm like, nah, like
same
never again.
day that you can buy the game yourself with nobody stopping you is the same day that everybody else is going to get the game that
And
pre-ordered.
the way they get you with pre-orders now is by adding a new content. If you pre-order, you get exclusive access to the
But
new
that just
DLC
means that they've cut
subscriptions.
content out.
Wow!
That just means that they've cut content out of the game that should have been in there.
Exactly. Exactly. It's fucking scams. It's the worst. And it's so easy to fall into because if you're a big fan of Civilization like I was, and you're like, oh hell yeah, Civilization, and it's like, oh hey, if you pre-order the game, then you get access to this unique leader, and it's like, well, I want access to that character. I mean, I like playing with all the access available, and then all of a sudden you fucking buy the $70 version and not the $60 version. And you're like, oh, I've spent a lot of money. You waste all the money you could have been spending on food on Civ 7, a game you don't play. God, I hate that I bought Civ
Yeah,
7.
speaking of food,
Are we ending today? Episode today? Are we ending
we'll be
off?
ending the episode today. At some point, I fucking hope so. You fucking silly dog.
I'm not good with words.
You are not good with words.
It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 p.m. Oh my god. I woke
Yeah,
up
we've
late
been going a
today.
while.
Not even that. I just woke up late today. Holy shit.
What was your first thought when I sent you those messages?
Oh my god. I'm working with insane Jade today.
Ah, just because I haven't slept yet.
Ree.
Fucking Scooby Law.
Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo. Scuba
But yeah,
thing.
those are our game recommendations. I think it's a good place
Yeah.
to
If you want a
say
specific game
goodbye there.
recommendation, play Metro. If you want a specific game to play, play Metro.
Uh, what would my specific game be?
Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, play Dwarf Fortress. If that seems too complex, play Kenshi.
Or RimWorld.
Rimworld feels so far away now.
uh, yeah. I mean, I'm in the mood to play some old Nintendo games. Honestly, I kind of want to go through the Zelda series.
Nintendo.
I am a Nintendo. What can I fucking say, man? Yeah, I enjoy like good games. What do you want from me? I
If you
enjoy
enjoy good games, why are you playing Nintendo?
because I enjoy Nintendo games. I think they're good games. I want to go through the Zelda games, but I don't know if I want to do them on stream or off stream because like I want to do that, but also it's like I want to play Twilight Princess, but I also kind of want to stream a different. I don't know. I don't know. I want to. The first world problems.
First world problem, and here I am wondering what I'm gonna fucking eat.
You should eat me.
Well,
I'm here. I'm right here.
you wouldn't survive the shipping.
No, but then that means there's less moral issues with having to eat me because then you don't have to kill me. I was already killed.
Yeah, but by the time you get here, there'd be a smell.
No, I'll die like in the port.
You'll die like in the port.
Yeah. It makes it easier. So that way there's no smell and you don't have to kill me. You do have to like skin me though, and that'll probably be the worst part of it.
Or the best, depending.
Ooh. Or maybe you can eat me with the maybe you can eat me with the skin and get me like caught in your teeth and stuff. This is disgusting.
No, no.
This is repulsive for some people, I'm sure.
This is definitely gone beyond some people's sense of humor and sensibilities, I'm sure. But I guess if you've made it this far, we have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon. Um
If you'd like to support, show some love, you'll get your name in the end credits. For
mm-hmm.
this episode, we have no end credits because you motherfuckers haven't paid yet.
Oh, hold on. Calm down. Calm down.
But once we start getting the supporters, we'll put your name
In gold.
lovingly up.
When I have a plaque with your name on it. Lovely plaque, it's golden.
Riley will personally write your name in yellow snow.
Yes. Well, it's not snowing. It's spring. Snow is gone. So don't
Yeah,
make promises I can't keep.
you'll have to make your own snow.
Oh, okay, I'll go master weather manipulation then. I am
Yeah,
now a weather god. Like
a
Storm.
weather dog.
Fuck, a weather dog! You, I just slammed my desk and the Wii sensor bar that I have on top of my monitor fell down.
You idiot.
uh,
All right.
all right.
Thanks for the show.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day. Thank you for all the
Goodbye,
support you
everyone.
give. Have a good rest of your
We love
lives.
you.
I don't want to buy me dinner first. Am I right? Am I right?
Fuck, I take lunch, breakfast. Buy me a coffee.
Oh, true. Bye bye.